Hey, family, Reverend Russ, back again with another 5 minute pivot or less. Super excited about you all who are joining us, you all who are watching or even listening on today, and all of the comments and all of the likes and the shares and the comments that we get. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to rate. I wanted to talk today really quickly about a understanding your lid or what's limiting you. I had this hammer and I had this bottle of water. But the truth is, I'm talking more about the lid on this water than anything else. And that for some of us, we have and you've heard it before, and other people, John Maxwell and others, have talked about the leadership lid. And so sometimes we have to understand that we do have a lid to our leadership. We do have things that are blocking us in our leadership. And in this 5 minute pivot, I wanted to just share that I've been doing some leadership stuff. Our staff is doing leadership stuff. Shout out to my senior pastor, Pastor Matthew Watley, there at Kingdom Fellowship. Don't forget to get your Kingdom apparel. But I've been doing some leadership stuff on my own, and now we're doing more leadership stuff. But one thing that is consistent is that for all of us, whether you are young, whether you are middle age, whether you are seasoned, we all have a leadership lid. And oftentimes, we grow to the space of that lid. And if we don't continue to do different things, that lid will stay in place, that lid will stay fastened, that lid will stay tight, and we won't be able to move beyond it, which also means that, again, even looking at this bottle, that if the lid is on, I can't get water out, but I also can't put new water in. I also can't fill myself up. I also can't move to the next space. But understand this, there are three things that I thought were super important. The first one is that one way that you enhance your leadership lid is that you enhance your exposure. You should be enhancing the ways in which you expose yourself to greatness. You expose yourself to new levels. You expose yourself to things that are better than where you are right now. You expose yourself to ways that you can enhance what you're doing. You may be the best in your field. You may be doing an awesome job, but who's doing something else? Who's doing better? Who's doing more? And so, how are you exposing yourself? I expose myself several ways through podcasts like this one. Shout out to everyone who is exposing themselves now to leadership principles and things that will help them grow. But I expose myself through books. I also expose myself through new and different relationships. I'm working even now at this age. Thank God for a new birthday that happened a little while ago. I am exposing myself to new relationships. Get this, that I may not have done before, that I may not have looked at before, that I may not have sought out before. And so I'm exposing myself to different things so that as I see it, then I'm able to be creative. Then I'm able to see things that may be a little bit different, or then I'm able to push myself to say, Russ, there are different things you can do. But if I consistently just stay around who I'm around, or stay around what I'm comfortable with, or stay around where I can excel already, then I'm not exposing myself to more. So one way that we can help to break our leadership lid is to expose ourselves. The other way is really by what I've been doing on the background. I've been able to get more pivots out. I've been able to get more articles out. I've been able to get more opportunities to share and lead with churches. And I thank God for the team who serves behind the camera, because I've said to myself earlier in 2023 that I needed to make sure that I invested not just in Ministry Pivot, but in the people who are going to help serve. And so I have people on staff now who help with Ministry Pivot, because I understood that a leadership lid that I was going up against was trying to do everything on my own because I can do it. But you heard it before, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. And so not only is one way to open up your leadership lid exposure, another way to open up your leadership lid is investment, investing in yourself, but also investing in those who can help you, investing in a team, investing in people who can do things that while you may be able to do it, if you allow them to do it, it allows you to do more. I used to teach this all the time in youth ministry, that the less you do, the more you can do. Think about it. The less that you put your hand to and you allow others to do, now you can do what you can only do, what focuses you, and then you have others who are now engaged. And as a team, you all are doing more. And so don't forget that you need to make sure that you expose yourself in order to open up your leadership lid. You also need to invest in yourself and in others who can help you, which means you have to be willing to give it away. And then the last thing that will help to expose, or to not to expose, to lift off your leadership lid, is you understanding that your drive, understanding what's the reason that you're doing it. Oftentimes, I think leaders are, and I think I've been found guilty of this before too, that oftentimes our leadership lid is tight and our leadership lid is blocking us because all that's in it is for us. But when you start to do stuff for other people, when you start to do stuff to make sure that you're helping, when you start to do stuff as if you would do it for free and you're not worried about the money line to it, but your drive behind it is because you want somebody to be blessed. Your drive behind it is because you want somebody to be activated. Your drive behind it is because you want somebody to be better. Your drive behind it is because you want to see somebody else win. We're all on the same team. When you do that, your leadership lid starts to open up. Your leadership lid starts to open up. Your exposure starts to move forward. I truthfully believe that God then starts to do things in your life that will allow for you to move forward in your leadership. So my prayer for you in this 5-minute pivot or less, that you understand that God wants you not to have a lid on your leadership. But God wants you to get exposed. God wants you to invest, but God also wants you to check your drive. And as you do those things, I truthfully believe that you will be a better leader. Listen, don't forget to go to Ministry Pivot. Don't forget to like, to comment, to share. If you're on Apple or on Spotify, don't forget to rate this podcast. That's how it gets seen by more people. Don't forget to share this with two or three people that you may want to help them and their leadership lid. And then don't forget to come back to Ministry Pivot. I can't wait. Third quarter this year, we're going to be launching the Pivot University, and I can't wait to share more about that. Can't wait to see what God is going to do. Don't forget that this is your season of opportunity. All you have to do is pivot toward it. Reverend Russ, talk soon. God bless.